Episode 5 is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating episodes in TADC's history, especially after Episode 4 showcased almost all the characters in new roles. The question of how they'll interact with each other moving forward is incredibly intriguing. Many characters were, so to speak, humiliated, and today we're diving deeper into this and speculating on what's next for them in Episode 5. While every character deserves their moment in the spotlight, but some, for important reasons, which you'll definitely find out about soon, won't be featured in today's video. But the rest won't escape our attention. For the first time, we see Jax genuinely not wanting to cause any harm to Gangle. This really caught me off guard, especially considering all the previous episodes and the countless situations involving not just Gangle, but the other characters too. The old Jax would have just laughed it off and said something like, "Oh well, you're not mad, are you?" Not that I care. But from the very first seconds of this episode, we're shown that Jax has started to change for the better, although we still don't know where this newfound altruism will lead him. The next scene, however, gave us a glimpse of the old Jax, though it felt more like an exception to the rule this time.
What the heck is this? You're just giving away parts now?
So what if I am? I'm not giving any to you.
Darn, guess you're never getting that unicorn horn, Pomni.
Despite all his attempts to keep calm after the so-called humility he displayed in Episode 3, Jax still occasionally allows himself some sarcasm and verbal jabs.
How about an adventure where Zubal gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
That one's mine.
Who would have guessed?
Let's just have an adventure where Jax can't talk through the entire thing.
Genuinely hurtful.
Good.
After all, that's just part of who he is, and it's the only way Jax knows how to keep that spark alive inside him. But take a good look at how quickly his demeanor shifted the moment Kane announced that Gangle would be the shift supervisor. It seems like, right then and there, he realized all those pranks and teasing were about to come back to haunt him.
Which door should we choose?
Not sure. Let's try this out.
And now it's time for the most epic and mind-blowing part, Spudsy's adventure itself. Right from Jax's very first scene, his usual confidence seemed shaken, and it became clear that something big was about to happen with him.
Let's get to work, guys!
Oh no! It looks like I've taken Ragatha and dropped her in the deep fryer.
Oh, no. We can't have anything like that going on around here.
What are you gonna do about it, though?
I'm calling upper management.
Hello?
Hey, Kane, we're having a bit of an issue with the employees, and I was wondering if you could maybe have a punishment waiting for them at the end of the day if they do a terrible job.
Wait, what?
Motivation! That's what my adventures have been missing!
Why would you do this?
It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons! Anyway, Jax, it's your job to set up the drink station, make new coffee and iced tea, and fill the ice cream machine, so get to it!
This is really weird.
Even though the start of the new adventure seemed pretty ordinary for Jax, what happened next completely shook him to the core. Just look at how utterly confused he is. He can't even find the words to respond. It feels like Jax's world literally fell apart in that moment. And when Gangle announced his list of tasks, it became crystal clear to everyone, including Jax himself, that this episode would showcase a sort of revenge, something Gangle practically admitted outright. This is further confirmed in the following scene.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Never say you hate the customer while the customer is still here. Oh, we wait until after hours for that?
Looking at Jax's unhappy, no, downright distressed expression in the moment he realized this was just the beginning of a nightmare bound to have irreversible consequences for his mental health, it's clear that this was a pivotal moment of reckoning. This was when Jax fully grasped the harsh reality and inevitability of the situation. It was the moment he realized that his true feelings would come to light, and he could no longer hide them behind the mask of the cool guy. But this was only the beginning, as the next scene proves.
So you're just, like, actually doing the job.
Yeah, I don't want Kane to punish me.
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us. I wouldn't push it.
That's rich coming from you.
Remember the old Jax, who never cared about anyone's approval or support? Now he's actually approaching Zubal, someone he doesn't even have the best relationship with, to try and convince her to ditch work too. This scene speaks volumes about how much Jax has changed. It's as if all his confidence has evaporated, leaving behind someone who might even be afraid of Gangle. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's the reality Jax is stuck in, a reality that's slowly driving him insane and pushing him further into a depressive state. The fact that time seems to drag on infinitely longer than Jax would like only makes things worse. Even though he's trying to maintain his trademark, unshakable demeanor, it's glaringly obvious that the spark we're used to seeing in him is fading, bit by bit.
The bathroom looks like a biohazard and needs a good scrubbing.
Well, I don't know. Shouldn't, Biohazard crew take care of that?
Oh, Jaxie boy, don't you want to be a model employee?
No, I don't care about any of this.
Well, that doesn't really sound like a can-do attitude to me.
It's not.
Bad.
I like you better when you're sad.
Well, maybe you just need some more training.
Then Gangle lays out the rules and makes a cryptic comment about unattainable dreams. But the real focus here is Jax's expression throughout this scene. For the first time, Jax genuinely looks scared, truly terrified by everything happening around him. He's confused by what's going on with him and shaken by the thought of what Gangle might come up with now that she has more power than usual. He's frightened and undeniably upset about this whole adventure. And yet, it's not even over. By this point, Jax already realizes that things are only going to get worse, and unfortunately for him, he's completely right. All of this completely unravels Jax, and if we compare how he used to get angry versus how it manifests now, we can confidently add another piece of evidence to our growing case for Jax's broken mental state. He's no longer able to control his emotions, and it's heartbreaking to witness. The ultimate proof of his shattered psyche, and the looming possibility of a full-blown depression, is found in one of the final scenes featuring him.
Can you move?
Yo, Jax. I hate you, but I don't want you to hate me. Is that weird?
You're drunk or something.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
Everything's been... I'm doing fine.
Wish I could say the same.
Jax, there's dishes back here. You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
God. I'm on it. Later, Pomni.
It's hard to believe that Jax is now talking to Pomni like this, especially given how he first met her. Even Pomni seems surprised by this sudden turn of events. Just look at how relieved Jax is to finally be done with that awful shift, but then something strange happens.
All right, I'm clocking out. This wasn't fun at all. See you all later.
You've really captured the essence of Jax's transformation in this episode. Seeing him as a lost and insecure character, grappling with the weight of his past actions and fearing retribution, definitely added a new layer to his persona. It's clear that while we didn't fully witness a depression in this episode, the foundation for it was laid. That moment with the car really drives home the idea that he's on the verge of a breakdown. It's heart-wrenching because Jax, who was once the most energetic and driven character in the digital circus, is now struggling to find his place. It seems inevitable that the consequences of his actions in this adventure will have a lasting impact on him. And, as you mentioned, Episode 5, focusing on Ragatha, might show the next step in Jax's emotional journey. In addition to Jax's new role, Gangle's incredible transformation, and the fresh details about Pomni and Ragatha, we also got to see a completely new side of Zubal. We've grown accustomed to her usual gloomy and slightly dark demeanor.
Shut up, Jax. But yeah, he's right. Welcome to your new home.
It always seemed like she couldn't care less about those around her, completely unbothered by their problems or emotions. But right from her very first scene in this episode, Zubal turned our understanding of her character completely upside down.
Hey, Gangle, I think I found something you might like. I don't know if it'll work, but it looks about the same shape as yours.
Oh.
The best part is it's plastic, so it won't break as easily. Try it on. How's it feel?
It feels normal. Like in a good way.
That's good, right?
We realize that Zubal isn't as indifferent as she seemed throughout the first 3 episodes. While we caught glimpses of her sincerity in the final scene of episode 2, it's episode 4 that truly transformed her, and, in my opinion, for the better. However, her relationship with Jax has always been problematic.
What the heck is this? You're just giving away parts now?
So what if I am? I'm not giving any to you.
Darn. Ooh, a new AI. You don't want to mess with the new AI, Zuby?
Yeah, no.
How about an adventure where Zubal gets turned into a piñata and we all take turns beating them up?
That one's mine.
Who would have guessed?
Let's just have an adventure where Jax can't talk through the entire thing.
Genuinely hurtful.
Good.
And this time was no exception, as it was hinted at in one of the episode 4 teasers. Despite Zubal beginning to change for the better, she still maintains her authority. She doesn't try to appease Jax. Instead, she remains the only one who truly recognizes his potential for danger and knows how to respond accordingly. Another noticeable shift in Zubal is her growing curiosity about what she could have faced in episode 3.
What happened last time? Was that the one made for me?
There was this awful, horrifying angel head thing. And when we tried to fight back at all, we got sent to hell where evil souls tried to infest our bodies. It was bad.
Why did you think I would like that?
Well, if you're all gonna be such critics, why don't you suggest a better one?
We do! Have you not checked the suggestion box once?
Gonna be real, I forgot we had that.
I knew it.
We have a suggestion box?
Basically, no.
As we remember from episode 3, Zubal's main issue was her mismatched body, which largely explains her constant dissatisfaction. Considering that Kane once again conveniently overlooked her problem, her refusal to participate in the new adventure was entirely predictable.
Well, see you guys when it's over.
Again?
I'm not gonna be a wage slave for fun.
Oh, I know. I could sit this one out, and Zubal could take my place.
What? That's not how that works.
Great idea, Kinger! It'll be nice to have you back on board, Zubal.
What? Are you kidding me? I'm not just gonna be forced into this stupid adventure.
You can shut up now.
Zubal fully revealed herself as a character capable of feeling and empathizing, not only during major events like Kaufmo's funeral, but also when witnessing injustice towards others. This marked the beginning of her significant transformation, which we will explore in greater detail later, culminating in a final analysis of how these changes might shape Zubal's future. And remember when I mentioned the tense relationship between Jax and Zubal? The next scene gives us an even deeper look into Zubal's evolving personality.
So you're just, like, actually doing the job.
Yeah, I don't want Kane to punish me.
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us. I wouldn't push it.
That's rich coming from you.
As usual, Jax tried to provoke Zubal into anger or some other reaction, just as he has done many times before. However, even in this seemingly routine situation, Zubal came out on top, skillfully putting Jax in his place. We're witnessing firsthand how Zubal is gradually adapting to the rules of the game. While she likely didn't enjoy this particular adventure, she still managed to learn a lot about her friends during that day at Spudsy's. Though many might have initially seen Zubal as somewhat lazy or indifferent, her actions in the new episode completely debunk those assumptions.
Hey, we need to start assembling these. I'm running out of room here.
I made like 5 or 6 of them.
Cool, that's 6 out of 300.
Ugh, you are such a grouch. Why are you always being a grunch?
Gangle, can you help Ragatha? I think she huffed paint or something.
However, that's not the main point right now, as something else happened in this scene, something that almost completely confirmed the truth of everything we've discussed so far.
What's wrong with her? You know, a team works much better when we're all giving it 110% instead of, 5.
No offense, but you're kind of annoying when you have your happy mask. Wait, is that mean to say?
Zubal, help Ragatha with assembly. I'm gonna go over here now.
It's obvious to everyone that Ragatha's words were completely unnecessary, and they definitely hurt Gangle. Remember, we've seen something similar happen with Pomni and Jax before, and now even Ragatha openly admitted that Gangle's role as a manager is just part of a bigger joke, that no one takes her seriously. No one except Zubal. It wasn't just her sad expression, reflecting the disappointment of trying to help her friend find happiness only for everyone else to tear her down again, but also the next scene, which further solidifies Zubal's genuine respect for Gangle.
You know, when Ragatha gets off, I feel like she might need a designated driver.
Why are you asking me? I'm closing tonight.
Oh, no, I meant I'd drive her home.
Oh. I think she gets off in an hour.
Okay, I can stick around until then.
Zubal not only proved that she understands the concept of respect, but the situation with her assisting Ragatha, despite the latter practically ruining her rating due to her, let's say, poor condition, deserves massive praise and highlights Zubal as one of the kindest characters in the digital circus. In just one episode, she transformed from a perpetually annoyed individual into a trustworthy friend you could confidently entrust with your dog. I'm genuinely happy about this development, but let's not forget that Glitch had been hinting for over a year that Zubal wasn't as bad as people initially thought, and now that's officially been confirmed.
Hey, what are you all the way out here for?
I messed everything up. The mask didn't work. And now I don't think anybody wants to talk to me anymore.
I still like talking to you. Look, the new mask was a bust. So what? I'm sure we'll find something that works eventually.
I don't deserve a friend like you.
Well, you've got one. Now, come on over and hang out with the rest of us. Bring your art too. I always like seeing what you draw.
We've discovered that Zubal is the perfect friend, always ready to help and support. I'm honestly shocked by this, especially considering my thoughts about her after the pilot episode dropped. It's no wonder Gooseworx considers Zubal her favorite character, and with the fact that we'll see a lot more of Zubal in the upcoming episodes, this storyline can only expand, revealing even more about this character. After these actions and events, all the characters will definitely begin to view Zubal with much more affection, except for Jax, of course. But given his situation after episode 4, I have a feeling they'll turn him into a more normal character. How do you feel about Zubal's transformation, and which version of her do you like more?